Hi, I'm Samuel Mwaura. I'm a lecturer at the Entrepreneurship and Innovation group at the University of Edinburgh Business School. The main research findings that have driven my interest in impact are around the staggering opportunity gap in entrepreneurship in Scotland, mainly around female and ethnic minority entrepreneurship. For example, last year we found that female entrepreneurs in Scotland had caught up with males in terms of startup activity. But when you looked at established businesses, women were still 50% less likely to hold down an established business as compared to men. And it's a similar story for ethnic minorities as well. In fact, ethnic minorities are 3 times more likely than white people in Scotland to set up businesses. But when you look also at the established business rates, they're actually underrepresented in that. And all this boils down to very significant structural barriers in access to finance and other business support. As a result of my work in impact, firstly, among other academics and ecosystem partners in Scotland, we contributed to the Anna Stewart report that came out last year, and that has gone on to impact policy in many ways. For example, the launch of the ecosystem fund that has been distributed across business support organisations in Scotland. Secondly, working with Glasgow City Council, I was involved in a policy prototyping exercise to develop programs for supporting minority and other sort of marginalised communities in entrepreneurship in Glasgow. And December last year, they launched the Socio-Innovation Challenge Fund, and I was involved in setting that up and also in the first judging panel earlier this year. To make impact happen, you have to do a lot of engagement work, like a lot. You have to be out there, networking with these external partners, speaking their language, learning the language, building the trust, and just basically building those relationships and getting your name out there. The other thing we have to do as well is try and get those partners into the university. There's a perception that the university is an ivory tower that is, snobbish in fact, and you have to bring them in to build that trust again so that when we send research out to them, they know where it's coming from and they get to engage with it. The reason why I wanted to make an impact is because I've always been inspired by the old truism, the knowledge is power. So I'm intrinsically driven to try to put that knowledge to action. In addition, for me, as an ethnic minority studying minoritized groups, the research is awakening. So it kind of makes you walk. When you become aware of the opportunity gap in entrepreneurship and all the structural barriers, you feel you've got a citizenship responsibility to do something about it. Now, engagement and impact are really difficult, and universities have traditionally under-resourced, under-rewarded, and unappreciated it. I've actually added engagement and impact as an area of research interest for me personally. And what we're finding is that academics see it as an intrinsically driven discretionary work, and universities risk mismanaging that by being too managerialist about it. But since joining Edinburgh, I have found that the business school here really values and supports engagement, and I've benefited a lot from the support and advice I've received while I've been here. All of that has really encouraged me to continue to focus on applied research in inclusive entrepreneurship, because I feel I'm enabled to go out there and create the impact that my research enables me to do. Thank you for listening.